Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining me again today. During today's session, I'm planning to combine the two pieces of information that we started capturing during the last session, and that is origin information and width information of certain all blocks, in order to render gamma connections, not visually yet as vectors, but instead as just numbers and list of coordinates. Let's see how far we get. So I hope you have your drink of choice ready. I have my coffee here. And let's see what we can produce today. So just a quick refresher for me. Yes, we're printing these dimensions now. So gamma connections. Yes, we need to update this type first. Okay, so if I only manage to achieve the change of this type signature from these two types to this one type during this session, I'll be happy. So let's get started. The good news is right now we don't have to keep track of both of these variables, so we can just remove the other one. It should simplify things a little bit and keep us under 200 lines of code. So first of all, let's get rid of indirect gamma connections. We don't want them anymore. And also we don't want to return them. Yes, so we'll end up just returning 4 values. One is the rendered diagram in the vector shape, a collection of origins, collection of dimensions, and a collection of these tuples, gamma connection origin and ID of the destination. So I think this is achievable today. There is that dedicated, separate feeling when lines of code are melting away. And I'm feeling this right now. So indirect gamma connections gone. You know what, actually, excuse me for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. Right, indirect gamma connections. keep it as render all. So we have origins, widths, and gamma connections. This is looking good. So now we need to render connections. But before we do, there's still a little bit of work here that we need to do. Like this. So for now, we don't need to worry what that value is, because to our code is just a type represented by this variable name. We don't do anything with it. Okay. So now let's this is the render. This is the entry point to the rendering process. Direct gamma connections. So here we don't touch it, but here we'll have to add So for now, let's worry only about direct gamma connections, and only later we'll formulate indirect gamma connections. This will probably change. GCAD. Origins we don't need. This we also don't need. Indirect gamma connections we don't need. This dimension's not direct gamma connections. So origin we will need. G gamma connection AT. We don't need origins, we don't need dimensions. We don't return indirect connections. And this is just an AD. We don't need origins, we don't need dimensions. Ooh, this would probably even fit in one line. This is not needed for now. origins, dimensions, direct gamma connections. So render all, let's quickly modify to return a diagram, and also, because we don't physically render connections yet, just a lists of points. Direct gamma connections prime. Direct gamma connection. And just to keep things simple, I'll have to change this signature of this. Render all. All right. That's right. So what do we get? We should get 5 entries. They're obviously incorrect now, but 3, 4, 5. Perfect. We're getting 5 entries. And now let's modify this function to also do a lookup. It will have to do 2 lookups. Here we return x plus d. Okay, it builds, so let's just connect everything together in a minute. Okay, I'm back. These errors we can fix a bit later, or flesh out, really. Oh, that's a point. Okay. So we'll have to change the signature a bit. We need both, actually. So if I'm not mistaken, this should give us a pretty accurate coordinates of direct gamma connections to be fleshed out during the upcoming session. Fleshed out and rendered. Okay. So again, we should expect 5 of those. That shouldn't be changing. That is correct. That time. Oops, sorry. And I'm not expecting surgical precision, but this is just an experiment. The clash doesn't exist here. I'm explaining myself. The clash doesn't exist here because the width of this is slightly smaller than the width of this. But if we had within this fork 2 connections leading to this, they would clash. So it only gives an illusion that the clash is gone, but no. So yeah, that's more like it. So the first one is 9 minus 2, 6. 1, 2, 3. So that must be here. 9.2 minus 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is it. Action F leads to question D, I think. That leads to 1. Let's see. Action F leads to D. So that's incorrect. It's not 0 minus 1. It should be 3 minus 4. Let's see this one. 3 minus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Question D. So first of all, let's see, we have 0 minus 1, so that must be question 1. Let's see what leads to question 1. 9, 7, and also 6. 6, 7, 9. Oh, we don't have comments yet. 6, 7, 9. 6 is here. That would be 0, 3, 6, 9, 12. And that is level, let's count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So minus 5 and 12. So this is it. So this is 6. And it is correct. 7 should be 9 minus 6. Or 9.2 minus 6 because we have these two. Okay. So that's 7. Okay, okay. So the order was just weird. So this must be 9. Let's see if that is true. 3 minus 8. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's 9, and it's correct. So let's just see these two. You know what? I'm actually very tempted to connect the dots today. So let's just quickly check these two. 3 minus 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is action E. It should be leading to question A. Let's see. Well, E, the next block after E is nothing. It just leads to A. Yeah, that's correct. So naturally, this must be F to D. F to D. Yeah, perfect. It is looking well. So let's try to utilize the function formulate gamma connection. This is good. Direct gamma connection origin, direct gamma connection destination, and with direct gamma connection with. It's not really direct gamma connection with, it's just with to bypassed. I'm not sure if this is right or not. The second point looks correct. And let's try to draw them. So we would need that fault that we used to have here. That lazy. Mm-hmm. It's called connections. And let's see if this works. Beautiful. Awesome. Let's push it to more space. So we're getting the same result as previously, just in a slightly achieved in a slightly different way. Now, I'm sure this can be further simplified, but I'm not worried too much about it right now. What I am very tempted to do is to add another fork to action F. So it will go to D. But not immediately. Yeah, that's what I meant. We would still have this clash because action H and action G both lead to question D. But if action H led to question F, we wouldn't have this clash. Just out of curiosity. Mm-hmm. There isn't a clash because they are going to different destinations. But ultimately, even if they were going, to the same destination, the diagram should look something like this. The connections should avoid each other anyway. So I'm pretty pleased with this. Now we need to figure out why this is happening. And probably during upcoming sessions, we'll start tackling the problem of global space being occupied by connections and how to avoid those clashes. And we'll also have to deal with the problem of the connections clashing on the y coordinate. Here we have 3 connections clashing, but that will come naturally. I think for now I'm pretty pleased with this, and I think it's a good time to wrap the session up for today here. So I thank you all for your attention today and for your patience with me. And yeah, I'm pretty excited for the upcoming sessions where when I will be resolving all those issues. Thanks very much. Take care. Bye.